Morning artists. So today we're going to work on a new project that's all about the most important thing in art, and that's lines. Lines are important in art because really you can't make anything without a line. In fact, you can't even write the word lines without using lines. So let me prove that to you. Right up here on the board, watch this. Line, 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 line. There's the word lines, and I'm even going to put a line right underneath it to draw your attention. So lines are super important, and today we're going to learn about also how they move in 3 different directions. So lines can move from side to side or horizontal. They can also move up and down, also called vertical. And they also can move at an angle like this. That's called diagonal. So for our next project, what I want you to do is to draw as many different lines as you possibly can. And I am going to do a demonstration and show you what I mean. So first I'm going to share with you some of my favorite lines. The first one I'll do is called a zigzag. And what's really cool about a zigzag is it actually has the letter Z hidden right in it. So see if you can find it. Here we go. If I make a zigzag from the top of my paper going up and down or vertical, it almost looks like a bolt of lightning coming from a storm cloud. Now, if I change the direction and go from side to side with that same line, watch this. Here's my zigzag. Now it kind of looks like mountains. I can even put a little zigzag on the top of the mountains and check that out. Now it really looks like mountains, doesn't it? Next, this is even cooler. If I make a zigzag line that goes on a diagonal, it looks like something else. See if you can figure out what this is. If you guessed a set of stairs, you're right. So zigzags are really cool when they move in 3 different directions because they tell a different story. All right, next line. So the next line I'm going to share with you is going to be, let's see, how about I do another one of my favorites, which is a wavy line. Now wavy lines can look like this, where they just kind of curve. They also can look like this, where they have little points. But my personal favorite is when they're big crashing ocean waves. So what I like to do is make them come up, curl over and over again, or maybe I'll even change directions with my wavy line and take it way over here. All right, let's do another type of line now that we've done the wavies. How about, oh, I've got one for you. How about this line? I'm going to start it right here at my mountains, and I'm going to go down. What does that remind you of? I bet if I add these 2 lines, you will definitely know. It looks like a road line. Very good. Sometimes, too, those lines show you where to cut, which is pretty cool. All right, next line. Oh, this is one of my favorites. This line is really cool because it moves in different directions. So it goes up, over, down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over, down, over, and I'll connect it right there. This line I love because it reminds me of the top of a castle. So I call that a castle line. All right, let's do another. How about, oh, this is a really fun line to make. Let's make a spiral. So for a spiral, you're going to make a curve like you're going to come into a circle, but instead of meeting, you're going to miss that line and just start to get smaller and smaller and smaller. Spirals are really cool. Another way you can make a spiral is actually with a square type shape. So instead of doing curves, you'll have more squared off edges or straight edges like this. Now instead of making my full square, I'm going to come back and go around and around until I come to the center. Isn't that a cool shape? Love it. All right. Now I'm going to do a bumpy line where it looks like something is kind of hopping. So I'm going to start right here, and I'm just going to hop, 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 hop. This I call a bumpy line. Maybe one more. How about a looping line? Now this one I'm going to do from top to bottom. So for my looping line, I just make little loops, loops, loops all the way down my paper. Please practice drawing all kinds of lines. There are so many more than what Mrs. Langlis has drawn up here, so feel free to come up with your own types of lines or look around the room where you are and see if you can see other types of lines, because remember, everything in the world is made up of lines. When you're finished, you can leave it with just the colored lines, or if you want, you can start to color in different shapes that you see. So on the back, I have one that I was working on earlier, and you probably will recognize some of my lines. So here what I've started to do is just kind of color in different areas on my paper. So if you'd like to add a little bit more color to it, you can go ahead and do that. All right, so make sure when you're finished with your artwork that you snap a photo of it and upload it to either Seesaw or to Unified Classroom, or even send it to me in email. Whatever works best for you, and I am so excited to see what you come up with for this project. Have a great day, and I'll be seeing you again in the next art video. Bye.